Guys, welcome back to NFR Plus, and in today's video, we're going to be going through different scenarios and answering the question, what's the worst song to play in these scenarios? And play along with us. Let us know down in the comments what you think is the worst song to play in each of these scenarios. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to be dropping more long-form videos every single week. And thank you guys so much for all the love and support. But let's get into this, Ant. The first scenario, I want you to tell me what's the worst song to play.
Yeah.
When you have the windows down, picking up your 8-year-old kid in front of elementary school.
This could be dodgy. Like, most of these scenarios could be potentially incriminating if you play the wrong song.
That's facts.
You know, it could actually get really dark real quick. I have two of them.
Okay.
Number one, I would do Dancing with the Devil by Immortal Technique. That would be fucking crazy. Like, you have to be a sicko. You like, do you think that... Actually, maybe not, right? Because think about it. If you're rolling through the elementary school, like... You're there like for only a certain period of time, and for Immortal Techniques, Dancing with the Devil, you need like maybe a good 8-9 minutes.
You have to get to like the 5th or 6th minute mark for like the deep shit to happen. But I'll tell you this: I feel like no matter what song you're playing, the fact that you have like windows rolled down in like the pickup section at school, you're gonna get dirty looks regardless. But if you really want to get like the parents and the faculty on your bad side. Maybe Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, bro. Like, from the jump, it's the most, like, fucking curse words that you can imagine. It's vulgar, it's brutal, there's violence, But I'll tell you this, you might find some kids bopping their heads, though. With that song,
you think you're putting some kids on?
I think you're putting some kids on, and I think
when was the first time you listened to that song as a kid? How old
Hit 'Em Up? I don't know, probably 10 years old.
No, so whatever. I guess it's maybe acceptable. Would you show your 10-year-old kid Hit 'Em Up?
I would.
What's the age limit for that?
Any age, bro.
Yeah, you think
any age.
So for
certain hip-hop classics, I want to put them on game right away.
It's a bit crazy. It's a bit excessive.
They can't be sleeping, you know? I don't want my kid
like I had a limit for when I was able to watch Scarface when I was a kid. That there was like, my father was always trying to make me watch it, but my mom was like, fuck this. Like, you're not watching Scarface. Because you know the bathroom scene?
Same. My punishment used to be that my Family Guy CDs would be taken away from me.
Oh, it's crazy. That's fucking
I would
cruel.
get them like from gifts from like uncles and stuff. My parents weren't happy about it, and then they would just remove them.
Fire.
But yeah, Hit 'Em Up definitely is one of them.
I have another one.
What do you have?
BYOB by A System of a Down, bro. That's
You're gonna have kids throwing tantrums and shit, not understanding what's going on. Sheesh, bro. That's horrible. All right, but what's the next scenario? What do you have
next
for
scenario
us?
I got for you. All right, listen to this one. Dr. Dre hands you the aux and tells you to put him on to some fire music. What are you showing him?
What's the worst song if you want to show him some fire? If he asks to show some fire music, I'll tell you this. I feel like it needs to be a hip-hop song because obviously that's what Dr. Dre loves the most. So the way that I'm viewing this is that it has to be the worst possible rap song that you can put him onto.
I have one. I have a couple.
I have one too. I'm going to go with... Hello by Blueface. Really, it's a fresh song.
Did you think that Dr. Dre's onto Blueface? For sure he's heard of Blueface.
California rapper, and that's why I think it might aggravate him because the drum work on that song is absolutely atrocious. Some of the worst drum sounds I've ever heard on any rap song.
Yeah.
And just the fact that it's like a California rapper rapping with a Detroit flow over this horrible mixed song, I think that would be a good choice. That would probably piss him off. But what do you think?
Man, I got a couple over here. 645 AR Yoga. That one's going to do it. That one's going to be like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Yeah.
You know, he signed to Columbia Records. You know, 645 AR signed to
Columbia. He got a bag, bro. Shout out to 645
Shout out
AR.
to 645 AR. But I feel like, yeah, imagine showing an old head that type of music to be like, the fuck is this? Makes no sense.
I think Dre's like spoken about this. He's saying that like he doesn't necessarily listen to all the new stuff, but he's embraced it and he's like happy that there's an evolution within hip-hop.
Do you think he would embrace 645 AR?
Fuck no.
I don't think
Definitely not. Someone else that I think would be good to show him, or should I say maybe bad to show him, Miles.
Yes.
Santa is Coming to Town, a Christmas classic by Miles. You'll hear sounds of him forcing out turds mid-song, like
nice.
all the whole 9 yards
of
what you'd expect there to be.
What's crazy is that there's a crazy NFR lore with like Miles.
Miles.
I would love to do a podcast with him.
Honestly, like he's taken up like that role of the ultimate troll rapper. Like he's the king, bro. He's on the throne of that like subgenre.
It's actually fire. It really is fire.
Cool.
But okay, go on to the next one.
The next scenario that we have is going to be you're on an awkward first date. Ooh, this is bad, bro.
One.
Like this is one of those situations where like you wish you had that remote control from Click where you could just like fast forward and like get the night fucking over with.
What's your worst awkward first date?
The worst awkward first date?
The first awkward one.
What's
the most awkward date?
The most awkward date? I don't know, man. You get a cup of coffee with somebody, and
Cup of Joe.
I get a cup of Joe, and the coffee you get it's cold already, bro. So you're already not in a good mood, and the conversation goes nowhere. And then and then you got to drive the girl home, and it's like, sheesh. It's gonna be a hard car drive home. But you're in the car. You're in the car.
You're in your car. You're getting this done.
And it's an awkward date. You know there's probably already not gonna be a second date. But what could you play to guarantee that?
Lean beef patty by JPEG Mafia.
If you want to scare the hose, I suppose you gotta go to scaring the hose.
I had to go with the most obvious answer.
I think there's a worse one though.
What do you got?
Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye, bro. Imagine that. Like, the girl might punch you in the face. That's a real possibility in that moment.
Bro.
Like that's like you're trying to get it on when the date's going awkward, and it's like, let Marvin do the talking, and it's not in a good way.
How about some Rick Barry, bro? Put some old Rick Barry on.
Okay, well,
that's crazy.
I gave you the sensual route. What if you go the super romantic route with, like, I will always love you, Whitney Houston? What do you think happens then?
No, I think she would know. I'd probably get a laugh out of her.
You think you get a laugh out of her?
Yeah, no, that would be to the point, like, because she probably knows the song, and like, I think she would probably be engaged, you know?
Yeah.
She'd probably be within it. I think, like, the worst thing you could probably do is maybe play, like, a Drake God's Plan. Just, like, show the NPC side of you.
The NPC side of yourself.
Yeah, I think that's another
Okay, let me ask you this. Let's say the roles are reversed, all right? You're on an awkward first date. The girl has control of the aux. What's the worst song she could play to really guarantee you not wanting to see her again?
The worst song she could play? I don't know. I would never
judge someone over a track. Okay.
I would be like, listen, you have questionable taste in music, but I guess whatever, you know. But it depends. At that point, if the date's gone, the date's gone. You know, what are you gonna do? You can't try and force a second one, you know. So that's what I would do in that situation. But okay, let's keep going on this.
Let's go on to the next one.
All right, first song played at your cousin's homecoming party after he spent 5 years in jail. This one's a tough one.
That's tough,
that
bro.
One's a fucking
homecoming party. I feel like what the person would want to hear is like some slow tempo, relaxing, peaceful music. Some Al Green, some Frank Sinatra, something that's classy and can make you feel at home.
Could you really play a bad song in this scenario, though?
I mean, it is a celebratory moment. You know what I mean?
So what would you like? I didn't really think of anything for this one, bro. Because I'm like, if it's a celebratory moment, what are you gonna really play in this situation? You know, there's really nothing to play. I think
you could play Guess Who's Going to Jail Tonight, Kanye West. Jail?
No, it's cheesy. Obviously not.
That wouldn't be a good move.
I know, it wouldn't be a good move, but I mean, like, no, realistically think about it. You got to really, like, ruin the mood in the setting.
How wouldn't that ruin the mood?
I feel like if you put on some, like, house music or something, shit would get crazy.
Why?
I don't know. It's
a moment for celebration, bro. Your boy just got out of the can. What do you mean?
Just put on some lounge music and just call it a day?
I think so.
Put on some EDM? Okay, I guess so. But I mean, no, I don't really have anything for this one. I mean, the only other song that I was thinking about that could maybe be like, well, I don't know, just like We Are the Champions. Maybe that would be like awkward and cheesy, like, bro, to completely ruin the moment. Or like Eye of the Tiger, like one of those like oversaturated like movie score ones that would absolutely like blow the moment. But for the most part, I mean, like, he's fresh out of jail. Like, he wouldn't care about what's being played on the speaker.
He's probably just happy to be hearing music. You know what I mean?
Oh, they got music in there.
No, for sure. But like, I guess music that he likes. But again, is it something that he likes or she likes? But all right, let's go on to the next scenario. The party is dying and the DJ gets booed off. You jump to his booth and have to save the party with one song. So this is a point where, like, people are in the party, they're waiting for a savior, and at any given moment, they could walk the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, it takes one song. It's that fickle.
I have it.
You have it.
I have You by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, shit.
That's a crazy one.
You know what?
That's a crazy one.
I'll double up on the Kendrick Lamar and show you an Auntie Diaries, bro.
Oh.
I'll show you an Auntie Diaries. Spoken word Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, that's crazy.
With the most, like, flat, stagnant, one-dimensional beat, yes. That's winning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's getting it done for sure.
Yeah, like, you're gonna have.
Well,
people...
maybe like with like the You, people are gonna be like, bro, what the fuck am I listening to? And then they're gonna be like engaged in the storyline, and I could say the same thing. Yeah, well, for party settings, it's really not meant for that, you know. So I'd probably go there. I'd probably say that. Maybe you could do like a Lupe Fiasco mural, you know. That was another one that I was thinking about. Just get people like out of that sort of like vibe where they're not down to think about anything. They just get absolutely hammered.
What about like a Symphony Number 5 Beethoven, like some classical music? What do you think happens in that scenario?
It gets a kick out of people for sure.
I think it would turn into like a joke, and people would start vibing out.
Like you have to like find a point to where like people are really turned off, you know, and like they want to get the fuck out of there. So
they want to drag you off the booth.
Absolutely.
Type thing.
But what's crazy is that I've seen memes on Twitter of like people using "You" by Kendrick Lamar with like dancing memes. They'd be like, this shit would go crazy in a house party. So I don't know if it would apply here, but let's keep going. All right. So you close off your best man speech with one song for the bride and groom. So I feel like in this scenario, you have to kind of look at it and be like, well, you want to upset the bride, you know, like that's where.
Why not upset the groom? Why does the bride have to be upset?
You won't upset. Okay. You know, you're not. What could possibly upset your like the only way you're gonna upset like your best man is if you upset the bride.
Okay, I think I have one. This only applies though in the situation where the man in the relationship is the breadwinner. I would say. You play some Gold Digger, and that could turn the whole night upside down. Why not?
Because like,
what do you mean?
I've heard that song at weddings, and like it's been used as like a champion song.
You've heard it at weddings.
Absolutely, people have gone crazy.
But right after the best man speech, after you congratulate the couple and wish them a beautiful future, you play Gold Digger?
Because like it's good sonically. Like I feel like it's good for a room. Like I feel like people would definitely get engaged with that if you really want to get fucked up.
But knowing the context, the man is the breadwinner. That could strip you of the badge of best man, bro. I'm sorry.
No,
it could get deep.
So no, I think people would see it maybe as like, nah, it's a weak choice.
Okay, what do you have?
Housewife off of 2001.
Housewife, yeah,
that'd be fucking crazy.
That'd be pretty, pretty nuts.
That'd be fucking
What about
crazy.
Kim by Eminem?
Oh, holy shit! That's a fucked up song to play right after.
Yeah,
that would
pretty
be
bad.
That would be a bad song to play right after. But Housewife, it's because like if you really pay attention to the lyrics and like. Anyways, I'll let you guys do your dive on Genius. I don't want to go into that. Anyways, so that's one song for that. But Lou, let's go on to the next one.
Next one that I have is you've got a massive Bluetooth speaker with you on the plane right before takeoff. And I feel like when it comes to a plane, like playing any music at all will already make people uncomfortable because, you know, you want to respect your own space. You don't want to be the loud guy. You know, you want to be sort of courteous to everyone around you. So any song at that is bad, but what is the worst possible track that you could play?
I have two.
Okay.
You want the fucked up one, or do you want the one first that's gonna get people annoyed?
The fucked up one.
Drop the Bomb on Him by Eminem.
Oh my goodness. Oh shit.
That is the worst song.
There's literally gonna be an emergency landing, bro. If you play that shit, there's an emergency landing ASAP. You're gonna get jumped by like U.S. air marshals, bro. It's gonna be a fucking catastrophe.
Bro, it is crazy.
Wow.
That would be that would be absolutely something.
That's pretty nuts.
Then after that, one that I feel like would absolutely annoy people would be Skrillex's Bangarang. I feel like if you play Skrillex's Bangarang, you're not gonna find too many dubstep fans on that family vacation.
But regardless of that, I just feel like that's like a top 10 most annoying track of all time. It's really gotten to that level for people.
No, I fuck with it still. I'll never listen to it, but like whatever.
You'll never
respect
listen to it.
Respect Bangarang. You have to, but come on.
I respected it when I was 13 years old, but we're past that sound.
Yeah, but Bangarang would definitely be in that conversation.
Something that I was thinking of was maybe like, what about like Rick rolling the whole plane? You know, like I don't know if they would laugh at it.
Too safe, bro.
This
is the worst song to play in this situation.
Maybe "Hail to the King," "Avenged Sevenfold."
No, why?
Bro, you get the babies going berserk on that stuff.
No, you're not worried, bro. You're playing fucking Drop the Bomb on
or
Bangarang.
There's no beating that. I'll keep it 100.
That's crazy.
There's no beating that.
Like, you can't play that. But okay, let's keep going on with this, all right? You're chosen to play a tribute song at your friend's funeral. This is getting crazy now. Where are you going with this one?
Wow. That's a heavy one for sure. You know what? I think if you play Hit the Road Jack by Ray Charles, bro, you might have the entire ceremony in shambles. The entire thing, bro. Like, they might cancel the event just to knock you the fuck out and, like, body slam you right in the reception hall.
You think that would be it?
I think that's what happens. You get body slammed right then and there. With Hit the Road Jack, bro. Come on.
I have one. You want to hear mine?
What is it?
Bro, imagine playing Astronaut in the Ocean, bro. Right?
Yeah, that's not that bad, though.
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Playing a TikTok song at your friend's tribute, bro. That's you
it's
have that
chill.
hook. Because the problem is that, like, the song's on loop the entire funeral. So you imagine you have Astronaut in the Ocean. At least Hit the Road Jack. It's a great song, you know? So
what about, I had something in mind. What if you were to play The Final Countdown? It's the final.
No, it'd be epic. That'd be fire.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good sending off moment, eh?
Yeah, that'd be great.
What about I Will Survive?
Oh, that's fucked.
That's pretty crazy.
That is a pretty crazy one. But I
But
feel
again,
like,
it could be hopeful.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
could
you know,
be-
you're surviving in the afterlife or whatever it is.
Yeah, you do your thing.
I
feel
think
like
Hit the Road Jack is the one, though.
Astronaut of the Ocean at a funeral would be fucking crazy. But okay,
All
let's go
right,
to the
let's
next one.
keep on going. The next one that we have is going to be this. You're in court supporting your friend who's about to take the stand to defend himself for an excessive speeding ticket. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, there's no bullshit policy in the courtrooms. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, you're under oath.
Any songs that you play are not going to go over
You get kicked
well.
out if you played a song.
Yeah, you
you're
get
automatic-
kicked out
It doesn't matter.
automatically.
You can play Bohemian Rhapsody in that conversation. You're out of here.
But what's the worst song that you could play that will not only get you kicked out, but maybe also not help the case of your friend? Right?
So to prove that he's excessively speeding.
Yeah.
So to prove that he's excessively speeding. This is where like I'm kind of like, well, what would I even play? Like you have to play like a car song?
You could do maybe Fastlane, Eminem and Royce the 5'9".
Yeah, but hold on. I want to make sure this song is
Like Pedal to the Metal, living life in the fast lane. That could
bro,
work.
Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts.
But that's more of a metaphor, though. Like, life is a highway. I'm going to ride it all night long. Like,
But yeah, but
it's a
I don't know.
metaphor.
I just feel like it'd be fucking hilarious to play like a Cars
Yeah.
theme song within like that scenario. It would be absolutely the worst song to play. But I feel like in this scenario, like I said, you're fucked either way.
Yeah,
if you
there's
get a good
nothing you
song, you
could
get
do.
a bad song, whatever the case may be, get him out of
what
here.
about fuck the police in that situation?
I feel like anything that has to do with like court or like being
Yeah.
like
I feel you.
incarcerated. Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
fucked
I
either
feel
way.
you.
All right, you're driving your grandparents back home after a family gathering. This one could get very dodgy. Has it
Yeah.
ever happened where you played certain music in front of your grandparents and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Honestly, no. I've always had the respect to play like some PG music, nothing with too much cursing. But since all my grandparents don't speak a lick of English, I technically could play whatever the fuck I wanted. They wouldn't know the difference, most likely. You know what I mean? So I have that advantage. What about you? Did you ever play anything that bothered them?
Did I ever play anything that bothered them? I don't think so. I mean, I've definitely played shit that I've like bothered my parents with.
Yeah.
I mean, especially
Yeah,
my
exactly.
dad. But my dad like listens to rap music all day, and this guy's a progressive rock fan, you know. So you can maybe see how those worlds don't collide too well. But I mean, getting your grandparents annoyed, I feel like
I feel like you have
noisy.
to either insult them or like make them look at you differently. Like that's how much of an impact you got to make. If it's the
I
worst
feel
song,
like the worst song that I could maybe play in front of my grandparents, maybe an Insane by Eminem. I feel like that's where they would be like, bro, like, what do you listen? It would make them question like my sanity as a human being if I were to bump that in front of
but
them.
your grandparents probably know who Eminem is, so they might like pass it off as like,
No,
oh, it's Eminem,
yeah.
it's okay, you know.
No, I think if they were to hear the lyrics,
It's okay,
and the
Anthony. You know.
listen, on my mom's side, my grandparents speak perfect English, so they would understand everything.
Yeah.
So if I were to show my grandparents Insane by Eminem and they would listen to that storyline, I think they'd be horrified.
I mean, if my grandparents did speak English, I would say I Just Had Sex by The Lonely Island and Akon.
Well, I don't feel like that would get them cheesy. They'd be like, oh, it's
Talking about like busting in 30 seconds and like a bunch of like sexual encounters. That's pretty fucked, bro. What do you mean?
It's just like
How
it's a
awkward
parody
is
song.
that?
Yeah, over Eminem's Insane. You play an Insane in front of your grandparents. You play that in front of anyone. They're looking at
That's
you.
it. It's why it's not doesn't apply
You
to the
take-
grandparents. That's just
You
anybody.
take Eminem's Insane and you put it in every single scenario on this list besides Dr.
And it works.
Dre
It
and
applies.
It absolutely
Except
applies.
for Dr. Dre, right?
Yes, yeah, you can play anything you fucking want on this list. So listen, guys, that's gonna close off the episode. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the Plus channel. We hope you guys have been enjoying the content. And as Lou said at the beginning of this episode, we are gonna be uploading frequently on here. So if you guys want to stay tuned with all of our extra content, smash the notification bell and let me know what songs would you play in this scenario. So guys, much love for the entire NFR team. Thank you for a wonderful year, and we'll catch you in the next Plus video. Peace.